Hey guys, thanks for checking me out again. So this one's a little bit late. I really wanted to get this review up a while ago. She's been out for a little while now. I just haven't had the money and the time, but now I do. So here she is. I'm doing something a little bit different on this video. I've got my new phone here, so it does 1080p, 60 frames a second. So I'm going to give it a whirl here and see how I like it, see how you guys like it. And if you like the 60 frames, I think it's definitely going to give the video a different feel, but I don't know if that's going to be for better or worse, so let me know. So she's pretty similar to Jason in that she's got the same kind of design, well, a designed top to her box. It's like die cut or whatever you want to call it. The claw slashes up top. She's, I guess, will be the first in the horror line, the horror Bishoujo Freddy. I guess they'll be doing more of these horror Bishoujo, so who knows? They haven't announced yet what the other characters will be, but that should be interesting. I do like the box design for these, though. I would really like it if this just became the standard Bishoujo box design, where you had, excuse me, actual photos on the side and some art there, and then the open back. That's nice. We have another actual photo here on the side. We have the description here, as per usual, and then Shunya's art on the side there. I've seen some other pictures that Shunya did of Freddy, and I like some of the other designs that he did a little bit better. They all look the same, like she's wearing the same thing, and her poses, I guess, are different, so maybe that's what I should specify. I like some of the other poses I've seen. This one's okay. It's not bad, but I kind of wish maybe I didn't see those other ones. So there's the bottom of the box. You see who painted and sculpted this one. So that's that. Let's go ahead and crack her open. Take a look. Okay, so here she is out of the box, and compared to the art, she's a little more pale than the art is. That's pretty typical for Bishoujo. Nothing different there. The pose is a little different. The figure, it looks like she's kind of arching her back a little bit harder, maybe sticking out those boobies a little further. Whereas in the art, she kind of looks like she's just kind of leaning forward. They got the expression about right, though. And that's not something that you can say for a lot of Bishoujo, that they get the expression of the art correct. But in this, it really does seem like it's very good. That's a very good likeness. So I think they did a good job there. I definitely like the blood base a lot more than Jason's green base. I think that looks a lot better. They should have just both came with red bases, if you ask me. But let's go and take a closer look at her here. Get in focus. So, a couple things. I have a few gripes with this figure, and I'll start with the one that bothers me the most, and that is that eyebrow. Her eyebrow is completely misplaced. Now, I hesitate to mention it because I don't want someone who maybe didn't notice it and then have a problem with it. But I would love someone to talk me out of this, but there's no way her eyebrow can start above the center of her nose and end before or just after the middle of her eye. You know, I don't know everything there is to know about cosmetics or cosmetology or painting statues, or the list goes on, but that don't look right to me. And I think the end of the eyebrow should be over here by the end of her eye, the corner of her eye over here, not in the middle. And man, for it to start there above her nose, above what looks like the middle of her nose, that's tough. So I don't know. It can be overlooked. It's not exactly where your attention is drawn when you look at the thing, but I noticed it, and I don't know. It's not a deal breaker or anything. I don't really get that hung up on stuff like this, but it's not good. I don't like it. But other little things that kind of bother me is that the seams on her shirt are pretty, I don't know, they're not clean. Not as clean as some of the other things that Koto has done in the past, and I'm sure will do in the future. I don't know, it looks like they just kind of, like it snaps together. See there especially. I don't know, I'm not sure really what to think of it, but not really impressed with her shirt as a whole. It's got enough detail in it. It's kind of frayed here and there. Right there is a little fraying, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the texture or what, but compared to the jeans, the shirt looks, I don't know, a little weird. It looks like she's wearing maybe like a plastic shirt or something, because the jeans are painted really, really well. You can see the Freddy versus Jason logo on there. Her claw is done really well, her gloved hand. They really recreated this thing pretty accurately, as best I can tell. I'm no Friday the 13th historian, but you can see it's got the holes on the underside of the hand. Looks just like the Freddy glove that I used to have as a kid, playing around with that. So it looks good. The glove's nice. She's got the fedora. Looks a little beaten up, I guess, like it should. It's got some tattered edges on it. Her hair is transparent, like some of the other Bishoujo have been. Like Jason isn't. Jason doesn't have transparent hair. She does. It's painted. It looks good. It looks a little dark, but it's not bad. I think they did a good job with the hair. I like the way it's painted. I think that the color of plastic and the color of paint that they use go well together. She's got some scratches there on her shoulder and on her thigh. Presumably Jason put those there. She's got a pretty good the paint airbrushing on her skin is pretty good, on her stomach and the back of her knees, all that. She's got the this fishnet stocking thing. So this is like actual fishnet. It's not painted on. I'm not sure if it's actual fishnet. I'm not sure what. I don't think they make fishnet this small, but whatever. It's very similar to fishnet. If it's, well, you get what I'm saying. You can see it there move. Kind of gets a little weird up here towards the top. I guess you kind of have to see it in person, but there's a little bit of a gap there. Like if you took the fishnet off where her leg meets the top of this band of top of the stocking, there's a little bit, this shape's a little weird, but that's okay. That's forgivable. I'm not really going to worry about that. The fact that they got the seam that goes straight down the center of the leg, that's pretty impressive. She's got a pretty thick thigh there, because both her thighs are pretty thick, and that's just fine with me. This one here, this stocking, I'm not sure exactly what you want to call this in comparison, but it's matte. It's a matte finish, and it's got I don't know, something scraped up against it. So that's the other gripe that I have with this, is that there's a lot of little imperfections in this figure. I've got a lot of dark little I don't know, specks on her. There's one there. There was one on her knuckle here that I was able to kind of scrape off, but there's a few on the inside of her thigh here. Hold on, let's do this a little bit here. You can see there, it's kind of like dirty. I don't know. Kind of weird. Yeah. But not really that noticeable, honestly. And then you got her boots. Her boots are, I don't know, they have like a significant design to them, unlike Jason's. Jason is just work boots, I guess. I'm not sure why Jason gets work boots and Freddy gets like these boots with heels on them. But I don't know. Seems like Jason's a little more true to the character than this one is, which, honestly, I don't really care if it's true to the character. It really shouldn't. She would have burned skin and and no hair. No one wants that. So, I don't know. All in all, I think they did a pretty good job with the paint on this thing. Oh yeah, she's got some lace in her bra. See if I can get it to focus. And that looks okay. It's just sculpted in. The paint's no different or anything. You can get a good look there. The denim looks great. It kind of makes the shirt look bad in comparison. Like, it kind of looks a little bit more like cloth, whereas this looks like, I don't know, something else. I don't know. Not cotton. That's for sure. Not like the jeans are. All right. So that's her in a nutshell. I don't know that there's a whole lot more detail to go into about her. I don't know. The glove is done really nice. The eyebrows not. And of course, here are the two together. And Jason's a little taller, but that makes sense because, let me get this so they can both be seen. Given Freddy's pose, they might be about the same height if they were standing up straight. You can kind of do one of these deals. I think Kodo made some pictures like that. I think they're on the Jason's box of them kind of maybe staring down each other. It is Freddy versus Jason, I believe, is the license. So they kind of look good together like that. I'm not sure if there's a better way to make them kind of look like they're squaring off, where you can actually see both figures a little better. Doesn't seem like it, but I think they look good. I'm really happy with these guys. It's such a weird thing for Kodo to do, but I'm totally down with it. I really, whoops, sorry about that. I really dig this concept, and I'm excited to see what they have in store for other ones, other horror Bishoujo. I don't know, there's a million different things that they could do. I'm not a huge horror fan, but I mean, there's a long list of things they could do, especially with the New Line. There's, I don't know, I don't know if they're working with New Line or what the deal is there, but these two are good. I feel like maybe they rushed a little bit in the production side. I mean, my Jason showed up broke. At least Freddy, there was nothing broke with her. There's nothing to insert in her hands. There's nothing to her. You just unwrap her and stick her on the base. She did come with some plastic around her claw hand that didn't feel like it wanted to come off too easily. So had to be a little careful there. Go slow. Just, you don't want to snap off one of those claws or something like that. But there she is. I guess we do a couple other size comparisons. One that I have handy, Marvel Legends Black Cat, who's not, I don't think, going to stand on her own, but this is a 6-inch scale figure. She's probably not quite 6 inches, but you get an idea of how big these guys are. Let me grab a couple others. Okay, so here's Freddy and Jason with Cammy and Jaina Solo. They size up pretty well with each other and with the rest of the line. They're basically the size they should be. I think Jason is a better made figure than Freddy. I don't know. They're both really good, and it's not like one's definitely better than the other. I think it'll come down to preferences, but something about the texture of Freddy's shirt and that eyebrow. Those are like my two big gripes. I just don't think that eyebrow's in the right place. I feel like if you were to take that hair off and look at the figure without the hair in the way, just, I don't know. Seems weird. Like they just, I don't know, it seems like an oversight. But not that big a deal, I guess, at the end of the day. But I could see that bothering someone. It kind of bothers me a little bit, but if it wasn't for that, I think it would be pretty much perfect. I like everything else about her, though. That if you look at her, let me make some adjustments here real quick. Excuse me. If you look at her face here, her eyes are bright blue. Her lips are shiny. It's a very cute face, and it looks very similar to what Shunya Yamashita drew, what he put together. So, all in all, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with these guys, the horror line. I like the fishnet. I have to imagine this is the exact same thing that they're doing with Anna, and I guess with Black Canary. I don't know. Maybe their fishnet technology needed to be in place before they could release Black Canary. That's been the holdup. But if so, no excuse now. So that'll about do it for for Freddy. And you know, they do have the magnetic bases, and you know that's, I don't know, that has its ups and downs. I definitely like the red base more than the green. I think that's the way to go. But magnetic bases, I don't know. I said in the Jason review that I think I'd prefer those to the ones with pegs, but I don't know. Pegs are fine. They serve their purpose. But at any rate, there are those two. Thanks for watching. Just a couple of other quick things I'd like to mention is that I plan on doing a little, like a series of reviews for stuff that's been around for a little while that I never got around to reviewing, stuff that I have had for a little while. You know, the other Bishoujo figures in the line that I've never did reviews for, Rogue and Invisible Woman, stuff like that. But I'm going to make all those available for subscribers only, all the older stuff, that series. It's kind of like I think I'm just going to call it Better Late Than Never, and just do all the stuff that I never got around to, that I planned on doing. But that'll be for subscribers, if I can work that one out. So subscribe, as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, so go ahead and subscribe now. If you do, you'll see my next review, which will be for Starfire. I got her here, and she'll be the next one going up, hopefully by the end of this weekend. And then Nina Williams is on her way, so she should be here within the next week or so, and go ahead and do the review for that. So thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Thanks for all your feedback from my last video about the length of the videos. As you can see, I have not shortened my videos, so thanks for that, I appreciate it. And let me know what you think about this 60 frame stuff. Did you get sick? Are you seasick? Or do you like it? I haven't really made up my mind yet, so let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.